everyone, this is Darryl20, and welcome to episode 78 of Darryl20's Let's Play of FTB Sky's Expert Mode, where today I'm trying to drain you. Can I not drain your diesel? I can only drain your oxygen out? That's a bummer. I don't care about the oxygen. Kind of wanted to not waste the diesel. Guess there's no good... Unless I can drain it from the bottom, you think? You think we can drain from the bottom? I guess we'll find out. I'm trying to upgrade these guys. So I want to try that out. I wanted to do it on camera. Basically, between episodes... Nope, no draining from you either. Between episodes, I made it a point to... Let's see, what about that? Oh, that works. I like that. Okay, that's cool. But I assume... Oh. Nice. Okay, I'll take that. And then join. That's cool. Empty. Psst, empty. Why are you emptying, actually? That's a really good question. I don't know, but I have a way to solve that problem. So here's what I'm trying to figure out, right? Like, let's see how this plays out. But I was gonna try out the new what I have access to now. So between episodes, I did some automation, and I want to show it to you real quick, just because I want you to be up to date on what I did. So I set up a sturdy sheet maker, which I kind of feel bad having all this stuff set up just to make sturdy sheets. But that said, there's no other option. Either that or don't automate them. But yeah, so I've got a nice little machine here, and it works out, you know, just fine. I just say, like, I want 4 sturdy sheets, for example, and then it's going to start to do. How cool is that? So I've got an export bus doing lava. Now, to make lava, because we didn't have that automated yet, I set up the mechanical squeezer, and I'm just turning 1 blaze powder into 0.25 buckets of lava. Now, in fairness, we have 4,000 blaze powder, because we're getting that as a sifting output. So, easy peasy, not a problem, right? We're getting loads of that. If I wanted to, I could always throw another copper upgrade in there and just have even more of it backstuffed, but, you know, easy. Boom. Now we can have up to 32,000. That's cool. Okay. Sounds good. Oh, and it seems like, I suddenly heard explosions, and I'm like, what's that noise from? Oh, right. I turned off my generators. So let's get these back up and running now. Oh, wireless out of range. Okay, so maybe it was not a smart idea to do this before I had all the diesel generators I needed. So maybe we let you guys run again. Probably a smart move on our part. Yeah. Alright, does that mean I can make another diesel gen? Yeah, I want to show you this, but then, yeah, silly dire. So let's start that, right? So lots of auto crafting goes into making a diesel gen, but it's all fully automated now. So I should be able to, with relative ease, make diesel gens. The question is, will I be able to feed all these things, right? So if my diesel gen's done now, or close to it at least... There we go. Cool. So that's 3 plus these 5. So that's cool. All right, so let's get you drained out again. Okay. You can drain out some oxygen. Oh, we're out of power range again. Okay, that's fine. As long as you're kind of cool. I'm not going to worry about a little bit of extra oxygen. Okay. So then, you know what? It occurs to me. I don't have enough power to really do anything, do I? Yeah, no. Now, Nope, I probably should have had my advanced circuit ready to go too. Yep, nope, that's on me. That's Dyer being silly. Probably not smart of me. Oops. So, you know what I should do? How about we just do that? Now, are you running? No, because we're a little short on oxygen. That should be cool. All right, now everybody's running. All right, so what do I need to make this? I need those things, but this is what I want. That's the main thing I wanted, right? Having this available. Then what I'm going to do is get myself a crafting table. Then we're going to do this correctly. Third time's the charm, right? I'm used to having, you know, the thing. In fairness, I could probably use the occultism thing to do some of this, but being able to autocraft this is kind of clutch. And, like, there's enough power that goes into being able to autocraft these things that we should just, you know, let it do its thing. Definitely some stuff happening. Signalum processor, and then making the red processor, and then we'll be cool, right? I'm going to take my 3 diesel generators. My advanced control circuit is well on its way. Which machine is that in? Fluid encapsulator, right. Fluid encapsulator. Isn't that you? Oh. Maybe it's a different fluid encapsulator where I'm making that. I don't remember now. All right. So now you guys, let's try and save. Alright, so now no more of that. Okay. Good enough. Okay. So then we should be able to combine these with this to make the advanced diesel generator. Huzzah. And then you're going to go there. With a little bit of redstone on you shortly. But yeah, you should be getting oxygen. And then you're going to drain out of this guy. Sweet. And now we should be getting lots more rotational force. So we can bump this guy up. I think I can use any wrench for this? Nope. I guess not. I think you can use an empty hand to be fair, but... Can we hit 128? I want to use my goggles to figure out exactly what to hit. 95. 98. Overstressed. So 134 is where we're going to want to land. Which is sitting right at $12.3 thousand per tick. That's not bad. Now, in fairness, I should be able to absolutely double that, right? If I made another 8 of these. In fact, if I just did this with a control click, we should be very, very cool. Is that cool? I think that's cool. Let's come back when it's done crafting, okay? I know we said we'd come back when it's ready, but, like, kind of enjoying all the automation here. So my mixer is making andesite nuggets, for me, alloys. And then this guy is making my andesite casings. Did I do this one on camera? I forget. But, like, basically andesite goes up there. and stripped oak logs goes in there, right? This guy I set up to automate for making obsidian, which is going well. This guy did all his work. So, like, everything is working, and it's awesome. Like, super awesome. Loving it, right? Signalum processor. I'm not quite sure where you're at. Guess that's this one. I guess he's working on it. Maybe. Something seems gummed up. Am I missing something? Advanced control circuit. Is made with Signalum processors, which are made in the advanced mixer. Oh, I know why. So we're waiting for all this to happen. So, like, this machine also makes the processor. So we are waiting for all the andesite pieces to make that, right? So now, what I should be able to do is make another diesel generator. Cool. With those 8 diesel generators and this advanced circuit, which is really taking its sweet time, isn't it? Cool. And then we just plop this dude down, add the redstone, make sure that you're not extracting but inserting. Cool. So he's not running now because he doesn't need to, but he will need to in a moment. And I should be able to max this thing out, I think, at 256, right? Because if one of them could do more than 128, 2 of them should be able to do more than 156. And I guess we can test that by doing this. Nice. 95% capacity. That's cool. And you're going to tell me how much 23.6 RF per tick. That ain't terrible. I'll take that. I'll 100% take that, right? How cool is that? Super cool. So you're 26 and you're 11. So I feel like that's going to be not enough. Force-infused diesel. Ah, you're supposed to be doing the opposite. Yeah, that. Oh well, I'm not going to worry too much about it. This can be like a little excess force-infused diesel in case of emergency. Deal? Deal. All right, good enough. So, hey, we've got way more power production now, which is awesome. Which means I shouldn't be struggling for power anytime too soon. Like, yeah, we're definitely like using a lot of RF per tick right now. Like, if you look, we're averaging... I have no idea what we're averaging. We're averaging a number that's all over the map. Anywhere from 2 to 3 to 10. I can't quite tell. It's at any given moment a large number. But definitely producing a lot more. And if we wanted to, we could start looking into better magnets. Because these two, you know, we could absolutely improve these magnets. We'll see. Cool. All right. So where are we at quest-wise? That's a really good question. So I kind of took a little break from progression because I needed to get my house in order again. And that's the sign of a good pack. You can't constantly progress because every time you get to a new tier, you need to like automate new things, generate more power, upgrade new machine, like just iterating and having fun, like improving your automations, right? Finding more stuff to do. That said, I feel like we might need this, or should I start looking at this bit? Like I kind of don't want to go down this line unless I have to before I go here. Because I think if I'm reading this correctly, this is easier once I get the microfusion extrapolator. And the microfusion extrapolator requires pyrotheum, which is Venus, right? And cryo infused, which is cryofuel. Actually, this requires me to go to Glacio. So I actually can't really automate and get the ultimate tier stuff until, like, anything this requires both, because I need cryo-infused gas, right? And the only way we're getting cryo-infused gas is cryofuel, and the only way we're getting cryofuel is from ice shards, which we already have, but the cryo freezer requires Glacio bricks, which means going to Glacio. Okay. So that said, anything that's gated behind pink/purple processors, atomic alloys we can do. But these ultimate control circuits, anything gated behind them is gated behind Glacio, by virtue of the fact that we can't do the ice thing. So that's interesting. So that said, if I want to make uranium crystals, I can. I'm pretty sure I have the capability to get into all this stuff, right? And then we can inject them into, different tiers of uranium and get uranium ingots, and then eventually get yellow cake uranium, which we can use to make uranium oxide, combined with the hydrofluoric acid, which, by the way, we're already making. And we are, that step closer to uranium hexafluoride, which we can then turn into fissile fuel and burn in a fission reactor, right? So that's definitely a thing we could work towards. But it's a lot of work to get to that. Now, RTG generators, how much do you produce? Does it say? So if I give you polonium pellets, you last for a large number of ticks, and you produce a total of like 2 billion RF at 240 RF a tick, and produce that much heat. Plutonium pellets last for a very large number of ticks. Commas, people, commas. I've said it before and I'll say it again. If I haven't said it before, I'm going to say it for the first time. Commas belong in numbers. And that produces... See, that has commas. See the commas? See? No commas, commas. No commas, commas. Need commas. So that's, a decent amount. 741 million at 180. And produces 2,000 heat per tick. And then yellow cake uranium. So if I made this just the yellow cake uranium, I could feed it in and get 800,000 RF per tick. Or 800,000 RF at 80 RF per tick. Not great, but I guess it lasts for 10,000 ticks, which is, if I wanted to do some quick math, 10,000 ticks divided by 20 ticks in a second is 500, divided by 60 seconds in a minute is 8.33. So... yeah, probably not worth doing the yellow cake uranium, but when we get to plutonium and polonium. So that said, I guess it probably is worth it to look at mechanism reactor stuff. So just for fun, reactor glass, lead ingots, enriched iron, not terrible. Fission reactor casings need ultramafic lava, which we can make right now. Steel casings, radiation shielding, and 32 lead plates. Not impossible, right? Is this one of those has to be done in orbit things? Yeah, we're going to have to figure out automating orbit. I guess we're going to need to do, the chamber thing. Maybe. Weak radiation shielding, which is liquid concrete, which is water, sand, gravel, and clay. Not terrible for liquid concrete. And some lead. Lots and lots and lots of lead are going to be needed for what we're doing. So I think I wouldn't mind another ME requester. If you guys don't mind. How am I for lead? And can I teach you how to make lead? So lead is a smelted version of lead dust, which can come from our crusher friend. And we should get 6 of those per. Right? Cool. Beautiful. Loving it. Perfect. And our smelting factory ready to go here. So how are we for lead? Not great, not terrible. But we can now stock it, right, with another requester, which I feel like I'm probably going to want to just like go for broke and teach it how to make it, right? Is there like an upgraded form of the requester? Not really. So are you good to craft? Yep. We're probably going to want a dedicated line for this. But it's not a bad place for it now, because, like, I was only using one channel on this line, so no harm in doing that, right? And by the way, this thing totally respects this, right? So if I want 512 at all times and make 64 at a time, boom, should be cooking. Cool? How great is that, right? We're making the lead dust, and now we're smelting, and that's cool. Okay. And we'll do that for all our ingots once we start getting low on certain ingots. So I guess the real question is, and I'm going to decide this off camera right now, is do we fission reactor or focus on getting to Venus? I'll be back once I decide. All right, so let's get Venus going, and then we'll see if we've run into anything that we need to do nuclear for. We're going to have to do nuclear at some point. I just want to see, like, do we need to right now? So before we do that, right, step one is going to be get another one of these guys going, right? That should be about right, right? 4x4. And then you're going to get one of these with one of those. And then technically not those, because there's no heat makers, so you have to do the solar. Aha! Okay. And then you're gonna, you're probably a little bit close to this line, but what I could do is have you feed out the back. Yes. Into a tank back here for lithium. Now, liquid lithium. Brine turns into liquid lithium, and that's what we need to make our Ostrum space plating blocks, right? And it's the same kind of process that we've been doing thus far. It is item followed by liquid followed by hammer equals done. And what we can do is add to this guy Ostrum space plating block, and add to this guy's blacklist Ostrum space plating block, and then we should be cool. Or whitelist, right? This one's whitelist, that one's blacklist. Allow deny list, right? And that's cool. So then we just need, how did you guys get rotated wrongly? I guess you can't tell from up here. But it's bothering me now that I can see it. Okay, so I need 4 advanced solars, right? Which you don't know how to make solar cells. Okay. Solar cells are solar wafers. So I need 16 of these, which means I need 16 of these, 16 upgrade matrix, and 16 amethyst shards. Cool. Boy, that has some smoky effects. Yes, I'm recording multiple videos on one day. It is still April 1st for me. This is how I record sometimes. Alright, so then these 16 go in here. And then if I want you, I'm going to need 8 infused alloy. Might as well just make it an even 10. Okay. Working on it. Can I not place there? Are you too close? You might be too close. How rude is that? The reason I don't like using solars, because they can't be right next to each other. That is rude. And I guess they only work during the daytime because solar? You think we can get away with using just 2? I don't know. That's a really good question. I have no idea. Now, RTGs can generate heat, by the way. So if we needed to do that route, we probably could. But let's see what happens with this. So you're heating up. You are making the liquid lithium, and you're doing it pretty quickly. Are you cool with the amount of liquid lithium you're making? Seems like it. I mean, we're getting a healthy amount, right? We've already got a bucket's worth. So I think what we do is we not worry about it too much for now. Okay. I think we just that's cool. Because it seems like you don't need as much heat to produce this stuff, unless I'm misreading it. Yeah, you're making 30 millibuckets a tick, and you're keeping up just fine. Probably because brine turns in at a different rate, so it's 10 to 1. So yeah, we're cool on that. I'm cool. I'm good with that. That's fine. All right, let that roll for a minute. I love how it's the exact same color. There's only so many Minecraft colors we can make, okay? They're really close. All right, so as a reminder, we need 66 times 2 plus 24 equals 156 of these. And remember, each one of these requires 4 Ostrum space platings, right? So that's 624 Ostrum space platings. So I'm going to say the liquid lithium we have enough of, but 624 of these is going to be a lot. So Ostrum space platings. Let's do like, I don't know, like 100 at a time. So that's going to need more Desh plate, and it's going to need more liquid force than we currently have available. And definitely more raw silver than we currently have available, because you need a lot of platinum ingots. Now, hopefully, we've started backstuffing. Kind of. So yeah, look, this is backstuffing now. This platinum is backstuffed, which means that very shortly we're going to backstuff on this platinum, because remember, we only keep 2 in here. So we shouldn't be too much longer on the silver bit. And then silver will start building up again. So that's kind of cool. Okay. Silver comes from what again? Raw silver? That's sieving of gravel. Are you like keeping up with our gravel demands or not really? The answer is kind of not really, but a little bit, but not great. I could speed you up a little bit. You are voiding this, right? No? Okay, then. There's part of the problem. There's part of the problem. There's a little bit of the reason why we are falling behind on silver. We're not actually producing any gravel. Because we hit 8,000 and then that, yeah. That's going to be a little bit of a problem for us. That's hilarious. Okay. Good times. So we need to build up more silver, which shouldn't be too terrible. If we wanted to, what we could do is... Let me do this. Upgrade, dude. Upgrade tool, or yeah. Okay. So you're cool. Perfect. This guy can get the diamond block. We'll do 2 of them and see if that's sufficient to keep us going. I would expect it is. I would 100% expect it is. Now that might be making a bunch of... Actually, not bad fire essence numbers. Okay, that's cool. So if I remember correctly, it was this, and then this goes in here. Hooray! Oh no, don't do that. And then you've got speed. There you go. And then you go on this guy again. And now you should be making gravel a lot faster, right? Probably faster than we're using it over here. That works for me. Cool. All right, so that'll help with our silver problem, right? Ostrum space blading. I want 100. So in addition to that, we need more liquid force, and we need more desh plates. I feel like we should probably, at this point, get around to two things. One, liquid force. Is there like a better approach to making liquid force? Not really. It's just keep on keeping on with this. Short of making more pyrolyzers, which I could absolutely do, right? In fairness, a fun way to do this would maybe to make another pyrolyzer. And a couple of these dudes. And you. What do I got in this thing? Do we have any more of these efficiency nullifiers? Fuel energy. Base power 300%. Process energy 1.5. Ah, looks pretty expensive. Enderium. Melodium plate. It's probably not impossible to get right now, though it may be. Are you also? No, you're not. Are you? No, not really. Though I hardly use you anymore, so I should probably just empty you until I decide that you're actually needed. But what I'll do is I'll just let this be here. But if I tell you, hey, you can have this and these three, and pull and push, pull and push. And then all I would need to do is get him a little bit of power, which we're not hurting for flux points right now, so I could probably just do that and call it a day. Is that cool? And that'll basically double my production of stuff, right? What I might wind up doing... The only thing we have to deal with is golden. Isn't there a cactus? Destroys excess primary item outputs. If I gave you this augment, not only are you not voiding it, but you slowed down my machine, which is a bummer. So what I could do, I want to do it in a way that's smart, or at least relatively smart. What I can do is just void on the top, right? There you go. And it'll void excess, right? So we'll just have more golden power sources I don't care too much about. So that works for me, right? That'll get us all the, you know, liquid force that we need, hopefully, to keep us going. This thing will fill itself up, and then you'll start backstuffing. So those are the two major backstuffs we're going to need to do. And then we also have to look at, you know, outer space. What would be involved in actually setting up one of these dudes and these dudes. So remember, we already made quantum rings, so we know this is not hard to get. But singularities might be just a matter of, it's a standard recipe. Okay, cool. And then your same deal as usual. Yep, blow it up, make two, easy peasy. Okay, so we can get a matter condenser, and we need a 64K storage component. Okay, so you should be easy enough to get. Why does this terminal look wrong to me? Is that right? Am I missing something? Oh, because I was looking up AE. Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. It just looked wrong to me. I think I've been playing for too long. 1K we have, right? But not 4K? All right, so let's teach it 64K. Shouldn't be too bad. So that would be you, and you. Pretty standard recipe set. Easy peasy. So there is a bits tank. Right? Because if I remember correctly, that's the way we want to play this. And then we could have, I think we already have water going on here, right? So what I could do, how about I just do this? Would you fill up with water? Not on the top, you won't. Not on the top, you won't. Where's my thing? There's my thing. Okay, that is not how you break those, apparently. Not the right tool. Well, we'll see if it destroys the block. If it does, it wasn't that expensive to make. I'll live. Yep, it did. Okay. All right, so then you're done. You're cool. Think he'll go on the side? Guess we'll find out. Really, dude? Where do you connect to? Do you just not accept any fluid or what? Is this thing like disabled or something, this pack? Fill with fluid and extract bits. I'm trying. Nobody wants me to. All right, we're going to try this one more time, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Okay, so one more stone chisel with bit storage. There you go. Is it like that's the front or something like that? Nope. Okay. Think we just learned that this is maybe not working in this pack? Or is there another way to get water into it? If I got a bucket, can we just scoop some water into there? That works. I guess it's not automatable, though. That's kind of annoying. So if I wanted 4 overclocker cards... and some laser IO. And we wanted you. With you set to that. And then we extract 64 items per tick. Insert. Oh, you can't even access you, can you? All right, I think somebody really didn't like how you can do some clever things. Somebody really didn't appreciate the cleverness of chisel bit AE making. I mean, yeah, there's other ways to get large numbers of resources. Don't get me wrong. I was just like, I thought it would be cool. So granite's the one that we made like really crazy, right? Maybe I could just try doing this with granite. Let's do this, and you, and output singularities, and we'll do the same thing. Down will be an insert. Why were you not actually stacking? Well, no good reason. And then this side can be an overclocker extract. Well, that was fast, wasn't it? Maybe I should do this back here, such that you're the extract and you're the insert. That seems way smarter, right? That seems to be working pretty good. That seems to be working pretty good. Now, the problem is we're probably going to struggle a little bit with granite. But if I change the side face of this to be every 10 ticks, would that be enough to let you transfer? I think it is. Yep, so he's going up. That works for me. If I bumped you up to every second, that's pretty cool. All right, so that works. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let that happen. He will have time to continue to fill this up, and then he will also back stuff again because he's, you know, net gaining. So even though we're making lithium and all that, which is an important task, so we don't want to not do that. How's lithium doing, by the way? Pretty nice. Or fluorite. Sorry, fluorite is what I'm making. Cool. And then we're going to wrap up the episode here. Come back next time. We'll get our singularity. Then we'll set up a space station auto-crafting, because there's a few things we need to auto-craft up there. Then, I don't know. All kinds of stuff. For now, Delta, I sign off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Take it easy. I didn't mean to do that.